Hey there everyone, my name is Allison Alzi.
And my name is Anna. We're here to talk about getting a job in the art industry.
Why the art industry, you might ask? Well, everyone likes it when they know what they're talking about, right? Talking about the art industry makes it easier for us to focus on a certain lifestyle, because there are so many things to do as an adult.
Also, Alzi has little to no experience in anything else.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We've actually managed to grab a hold of a guest speaker who has studied under the master artist and teacher Myron Barnstone, who revolutionized the art of teaching art by showing students the fundamentals of drawing instead of trying to draw what feels good.
This program includes an interview with a commission artist, some tips from some artists working in the industry in studios, and also a short podcast at the end of the video explaining the importance of respect in the art community. Some works by the artists in this video are featured on the table in these spots in front of you. Please feel free to take a look at them after the presentation.
Drumroll, please. Hello.
Hello, hello.
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 Okay, yes, alright. So, Air.
Yes.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, my Spedo name's Airy Pear. My pen name's Erin, but my real name's Caitlin. I'm a digital artist. I also work traditional. I do commissions, and I'm currently working on a comic.
First question, do you have a job in the industry? Or any experience at all?
I'm currently in it, so I would say yes.
What's your job?
I'm currently a commission artist.
What does your workspace look like?
Well, commission artists can have varying workspaces that work to their needs because they typically work at home or work in a studio. I work at home, so my workspace literally is a couch with 2 desks and 2 monitors.
Welcome to Stickman Studios. Portfolio. Color, pattern, shape, design. All of this would make a great piece, but would it make a great resume? The answer is most likely yes. In the art world, your portfolio speaks for you. A portfolio is a collection of your best work put together over a period of time, whether that be in the past month or in your entire lifetime. It is most important to have presentable work. You can probably hear you in the background. Yes.
It's fine, I'll be covering that music.
Portfolios come in many forms. You can also show off your work on a website. Writers, those old fanfics could end up being handy.
Wink.
Sometimes employers will ask you to put together work that fits a certain criteria, or ask you to make a whole new piece altogether.
Now, time for some cool questions. How do you feel this career has affected your social standing? Like, when you're a doctor, sometimes people look up to you and think you're more sophisticated and stuff. So how do you think being a commission artist does that for you? Or how
That's a tough question. That's a tough question because it really does depend on the space that you're in. Because if you're in like a sophisticated party, you're the joke of the party. But if you are in a space where you're amongst fellow artists, it becomes a matter of, oh, what art do you do? What mediums do you work with? What's your favorite brushes? What's your favorite style? So it really depends on who you're with and who you're talking to. Otherwise, social standing, I'm looked up to by other artists. I'm looked down upon by normal people.
Welcome back to Stickman Studios. Sony Vegas, Clip Studio Paint, Toon Boom, Adobe Photoshop, and FL Studio are some of the few hardcore softwares that most employers are interested in. More often than not, these big bosses will be looking for how well an artist can adapt to these programs, as they are used extremely often in the office. If you have even a little more experience than the common fellow on these types of programs, your chances of being hired shoot up dramatically. Being familiar with industry-grade tech means that your bosses won't have to train you, and you'll join into the work environment quite easily. However, these programs don't come cheap. Sharing rent, quote-unquote, on programs is ideal, but if you can't get that, try the cheaper alternatives before you go big. And it's not just software. The processing power needed for these guys costs a lot of dough. Do your research and make sure you know what you want before you waste thousands of dollars in something you'll stop using after 2 days. Jeffrey Allen Love is an award-winning artist and writer. He is the author of The Hero's Quest, The Thousand Demon Tree, The Mountain of Smoke, and Notes from the Shadowed City. He is the winner of the World Fantasy Award for Best Artist, the British Fantasy Award for Best Artist, a gold medal from the Society of Illustrators, 2 Silver Spectrum Fantastic Art Awards, Silver Brush Award, and 2 Academy of British Cover Design Awards. He has been nominated for the Kate Greenaway Medal, the British Science Fiction Award, the Locus Award, and the Chesley Award. I don't think I'm saying that right. His clients have included Walker Books, DC Comics, Image Comics, The New York Times, The Washington Post, Time, The New Yorker, Scholastic, HarperCollins, and a lot more. He was born in South Carolina, has lived in Germany, Texas, North Carolina, Nebraska, South Korea, Hawaii, Colorado, Florida, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Tennessee, Missouri, and California. When asked for advice on how to get into the industry, he said this: "The most basic advice for getting work as a commercial artist is, make great work, then show it to the right people. That might seem too simplistic, but keeping things simple will help give you direction as you work towards making a living with art." Have your health habits changed ever since you've chosen this career, like eating and sleeping and stuff? I know that sometimes you stay up for 40 hours at a time on Clip Studio Paint.
That's because I'm dumb. I'm one of those people who doesn't stop drawing. Period. End of story. I've been drawing since I was young and just haven't figured out how to put down the pen and find hobbies that go outside of my work, because my hobby is my passion, so it's my work. Saw my health plummet graduating 12th grade. I can still grades. I graduated 12th grade and I saw my health plummet because I went to an art school, and I had to spend about 2 to 4 months just recovering from making 36 pieces of artwork in 1 year. Since then, I've implemented a lot of stretching habits, a lot of pacing habits. I have alarms set up on everything to remember to eat. So currently, it's all upstairs in the head that has issues, but physically, I'm doing a lot better than I was.
Will Nichols, a man of many workspaces. He worked as a character designer/illustrator at Warner Bros. Entertainment, a visual development artist at DreamWorks Animation, is a former visual development artist at DreamWorks Animation, is a former character designer/illustrator at Warner Bros. Animation, a former concept artist at Obsidian Entertainment. He worked at Lucasfilm and is also a former senior concept artist at Disney Interactive Studios. When asked for advice on how to get a job in the art industry, he said this: "I'm a visual development artist, aka concept artist for video games and film. The only advice that anyone would give to people at this age and at this point is to just draw. They've got all of high school to see if they still like it, college too. They don't need to go to an expensive art college, although it can help with professional connections. A lot of artists in my industry just take a few classes from professionals and get jobs that way. On a personal level, I think college is a good thing. But if students don't know what they want to do, they can go to their state resident college and get a good liberal arts education while saving themselves huge debt. All my closest friends in the industry went to state schools, and they are very successful." Something to note is that everyone featured in Quick Wiki all studied under a Dodd school at one point, so that's interesting. I have these notes I just noticed at the bottom of the doc, so let's discuss those maybe?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, I talked to Fui on a stream once, and I asked her about industry stuff before, long before this entire ordeal of a project. And she said, she didn't remember that she doesn't have a formal art education, but managed to get onto Nickelodeon anyway.
Yeah, in artwork, your portfolio is everything, not your education. You could go to the best art school in the world and land 0 jobs, and then be a nobody on the street and land all of the jobs, and it all is comprised in your portfolio.
Just be a good artist. just be good.
Like, art school can help you learn the fundamentals if you're not learning them yourself.
Nice. But then it costs money and then stress.
Yeah, then it costs money and then you go into debt and then you cry for 1,000 years. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
I have another thing is like a good way to get a job in the industry is to know a lot of people who can put a good word for you. So if you're an artist, it's good to have friends. If you don't have friends, then that's not a good thing.
I would say the art industry is the easiest place to make friends in, because all you have to do is just show art and gush on other people's art.
Hi, I have stuff.
You become quick friends so fast with other artists that climbing social ladders is literally just having a kind heart and willing to compliment other people. Because let's put it this way. Are you really excelling in the world if you can't see other people's art and go, wow, that's beautiful?
Just being a nice person goes a long way, and that's really defined in the art industry, which I think is great. Be a good person and you'll go far.
So now that we're done, a quick rundown of everything. Number 1, art school is difficult. It's not all fun and games. You don't walk in there with your red beret and paintbrush and French accent and people think you're so sophisticated. And no. Art school in general has the simple motto, if you aren't giving your all, you're going to fall. If you can't handle tight deadlines, strict teachers, and relearning the basics, then you will never survive the military harshness of art school. Second point, you don't need to be formally trained to hit a job in the industry though. Just by teaching yourself and having a decent portfolio, you can earn jobs really fast. As long as you know your stuff, then you should be fine. However, if you're trying to climb up the ladder of production, a degree or 2 under your belt really helps. Third point, having friends is a great idea. We all like having friends, right? Assuming you do have friends, they can help you find jobs in the industry. We're basically saying not to be a jerk. There are really no populars when it comes to the art community. Just hordes of chill people and a few bad apples. Final point. As for salary, you will probably end up earning a modest amount. Graphics, website design, and digital art are more likely to land jobs than fine arts, which involve gallery paintings.
An insane artist like Van Gogh who got his money after he died.
However, there is always a chance for a starving artist to rise up. Just like anything, always have a backup plan. Or 2, or 3,
Or 4.
or 5,
Or 6.
or 10,
Or 15.
or
22. Alright, I get that I don't look like this in real life, but I don't have the same natural beauty as Lily.
No, that's
So
not I need to make myself look cool.